Hello, this is Mr. Huff. Let's talk about curtain walls or storefront. As you'll see in there, this is the one we will use most often. We're going to look at the different appearances of curtain walls. We're going to look at measuring a point elevation and then using move to place a wall. So let's get started. So here we are in Revit. I want to go to the ground floor and let's go to architecture. And we are looking for, this is going to be wall. There are curtain systems, but we're just going to treat this like a wall. And we're just going to grab the one that says curtain wall. There's three different appearances. Let's look at those really quickly. So we have curtain wall, exterior glazing, and then a storefront. So I'm going to just go right here. And I decided to make this easy to see. We're just going to go down here. So I'm going to go outside of my building, and I'm just going to draw a little section here like this. Okay, and now we're going to, the little arrows need to go on the outside, so we're going to click that. Make sure the double arrow is facing the outside, so it's on the outside. And I'm going to hit escape a couple of times, and then we're going to go back to the 3D view. And you can see right here, floating in the air, let me orbit this a little bit, shifting center click. Okay, that's harder to see than I thought it would be. Okay, you can see that right here, we have, it's just basically a big sheet of glass, okay? So that's one appearance. I might go grab that and move it over. Let's use this. I want to move it further from the building so we can see it. So I'm going to use this move button, and then I can click on that and just drag it, okay? So we're going to move it to there. And when I go to my 3D view, I can see that now it's outside. All right, so I am going to click on this wall, and now instead of a curtain wall, we're going to change it to exterior glazing. And you can see now it has some little frames in there. So if I click on this and you go edit type, we're just going to look at some measurements here. So you can see that it has a vertical grid every 6 feet. So this is saying across here, this is 6 feet. And it has a spacing of 12. So that means it's 12 to here, and then it starts another pane. So this pane of glass is 12 feet tall and 6 feet wide, okay? So that's what that's saying. If you want to change those, duplicate it first. Don't change the original, all right? And then the one we're going to be using most frequently, so you would use this curtain wall for the exterior glazing if you're doing just a window. But in this case, we're going to do a storefront, and we're going to use this as a window. And you can see what it does is it puts in these, this framework here. This is called mullions. Mullions, they're called mullions. And we're going to do some more stuff with this, like how to put a door in here. But right now, we just need to know how to place this. So if I put this in this wall right now, it's going to go down here to the bottom. And I kind of want to see this brickwork at the bottom. So one of the things we need to do is, I'm going to press escape a couple of times. I need to know how tall this part of the wall is, this little wide strip right here. If I knew how tall that was, then I could make the bottom of this match that. So let's take a look at that. We're going to go to annotate, and I'm looking for one called spot elevation. And then when I click that, I can zoom in on a point, and I can measure that. So right there, there's the number we need, 3 foot 6 inches and 6 3/4 inches. So we're going to make a mental note of that, write it down. That's the height we need to go to. All right. So I'm going to escape a couple of times, go back to my wall here. We're going to choose that. And now I'm going to set a base offset of 3 feet 6 3/4 inches. Okay. And when I hit apply, it's going to move that up. So now the bottom of this is going to be right at the top of that. Now, how do we put that wall into the exterior wall? Okay, so what we're going to do is go to our ground floor. And again, we're going to use this move tool. First thing I have to do is I'm going to select this wall. And then we're going to use move. And I'm going to grab it right here, and then I'm going to zoom in on this wall. I'm looking for that center line to appear. So you have several to choose from here. I kind of want this one, okay? So, and then you can kind of line it up anywhere you want in there. I'm just going to go straight into that wall, and when I click again, it puts it right there, okay? Now if I choose this wall, I should see the arrows on the outside. And now if we go to our 3D view, you can see that we have a curtain wall stuck in there, and it's where we want it. Another thing I want to look at, let's check one more thing. Right now it's unconnected. Let's do this. We know we want to be below our framing on the inside, and right now you would see into the top of your the area in there that's going to be for equipment. So let's make the top of this 12 feet. And in the upper story, we would make it like 8 feet or so, 8 or 10 feet, okay? So we'll probably do that one separately. But right now, that would work. So what I did here is I raised it 3 foot 6 inches on the bottom, and I set it at 12 feet tall, unconnected. And that way, it's not going to interfere with my drop ceiling or anything like that. So this is how you can go in and start adding in some windows. If you put it all the way down at the base without the base offset, then you have a floor to 12 feet high curtain wall, and that looks nice too. So this is something fun to play with, so jump in. You can also do these on the interior, okay? So you could put a wall in and a partition wall and then drop a curtain wall in it, so you would have like big glass windows in your room. Again, make sure that your curtain wall terminates before the top of your wall you're putting in it. All right, that's enough of this. Thank you for watching.